Welcome back to this Sunday morning series, guys, where we're building the best quality but most reasonably priced second-hand sets for golf clubs. We're focusing on three categories: the most forgiving set, an intermediate set, and a performance set. And in today's video, we focus on the most forgiving drivers. And let me tell you, I cannot believe what you can go out and buy this year in 2025 for under £150. On this list, most of our drivers are from 2023, 2022, 2021. So they've got the latest technology, but they've depreciated so much. And you can go and get one of these drivers for under £150 on that second-hand market. If you're new to the series, we have already focused on two categories in the most forgiving set, and we've ended up buying a set of irons and a hybrid. Them videos have been posted, so if you're looking for them products this year, check out the playlist where I've recommended, like I'm going to do today, 6 or 7 different sets in that category at a reasonable price point. But in today's video, we're going to start with a Titleist driver, a TSI. Yeah, you heard that right, a TSI 1, which were Titleist's most forgiving driver in 2021, the number one version. And it's got adjustable loft, it's got adjustable club face. They come in sort of 10.5, 12 degree, under £150. And I think the reason why you can go and get this Titleist driver so cheap is because I think when most people are shopping for a forgiving driver, they're not thinking of Titleist. They're thinking, Titleist is a players club, it's a performance club. So the second-hand value of these TSI ones are like, they're so cheap. I don't think people are sort of shopping for them. So an absolute steal in my opinion. And in our most forgiving set, I think it's going to be tough to beat that one unless I go for a draw bias driver, which in today's videos I've kind of split into two separate categories, sort of neutral drivers that you can adjust into draw, and then specifically sort of draw drivers that you could adjust with more draw. Because I'm guessing there's going to be a few people watching this video that slice the ball and want, as much help as they can get to hit it straight. But second in the list in the neutral column heads is the 2021 Callaway Epic Speed. If you're shopping for this driver this year, I would say it's, you can't split the TSI 1 and the Callaway Speed. It's going to come down to which one you can find on second-hand market that's in great condition, probably your shaft and your, loft. That's how I'm sort of shopping at the minute. I'm trying to get the best condition I can, in this category. So I can't really say where I'm going to go or what I'm going to buy yet, because I like to stay open-minded. But this Callaway driver, you need to just be careful because they did an LS version, and you don't want to go and buy the low spin if you're a higher handicap golfer. You want the standard 2021 Callaway Epic Speed. Again, it's got adjustability on the hosel. You can change the loft, you can close the face, you can open the face by flattening the lie. So much adjustability, all the latest technology, flash face, carbon fibre crown. Under £150 you can pick these up for. And this, I'm recording this video the day before it goes out, so everything's pretty live. And there's a lot of places on there that's got an extra 10% off on the minute. So, it's even, now's the time basically. If you leave it till Masters Week, if you leave it till like second week in April to start buying your equipment for 2025, the price is going to go like that because everybody will be hunting for stuff at the same time. And that's when the power goes to these these companies, because people are wanting to buy them. But at the minute, the prices are still pretty low on the second-hand market. The third driver in the neutral list is a Cobra Aerojet driver from 2023. 2023, this is a couple of years old. I cannot believe how well this driver looks, to be honest. In fact, I don't think I've come across one of these, because not being a stockist of Cobra, not playing with anyone that had a Cobra driver, I never really saw this driver. But looking at it, it's the max version, so it's the big oversized head. It's got adjustability in loft, but what a nice looking club that is. And it's only a couple of years old, and you can get that one for under £150. The only limitation with that one, I think, is it is only adjustable in loft. So you've not got that adjustability of club face, so it's just a neutral head. So I think this is going to suit the golfer that's just wild, basically, that hits it either way, doesn't hit a fade, doesn't hit a draw, can hit it in any direction. Probably might need to sort of fluctuate with loft a little bit. You know, my recommendation, if you're playing winter golf, you might set that loft up a bit more, get that ball carrying through the air. You know, obviously more loft is your friend if you're a newer golfer as well, so it makes it easier to launch. But yeah, that driver, I think it's the newest version. All it's lacking is probably that you can't set it for draw or you can't flatten it to make it more fade bias. But for like a couple of years old, it's fresh, it looks amazing, it's ticking all the boxes for performance, for value. These next three on the list, these are more your sort of draw bias drivers. So if you're somebody that really slices the ball, and I'm going to start off with the newest one from 2022, it's the Wilson launch pad, which has got, I mean, if you have a look at this one, a close-up, it's got a really nice bit of offset on the heel. It looks out at all the drivers we're talking about today, probably the most draw bias. But with this one, although it's under £150, there's no adjustment. So you would need to be pretty confident that you're a slicer of the ball, and certainly not somebody that misses the ball left, because that would make you miss the ball further left. So yeah, for a slicer of the ball, someone that just can't get rid of the slice, that wants ultimate forgiveness, it's a new model. The only downside to it is that there's no adjustment. You know, if you do start to get, I think though, if you do get rid of your slice, you probably need to move away from an offset driver anyway. So, but believe me, I've played golf long enough to know if you slice the ball, it's not going to be a quick fix. You might be potentially a slice of the ball for a long time. So don't worry about that problem. You know, if you get rid of your slice, it's a nice problem to have, and you probably won't mind buying a new driver. Next up in the list is, this one does have adjustability. It's the Callaway Rogue Draw. So they did the Rogue and they did the Rogue Draw. The Rogue Draw's got more offset at the heel. Again, if you're a slicer of the ball, I'd definitely go down that route. I wouldn't buy a neutral driver and set it to a draw, because you're only probably closing the face like 1 degree or 2 degrees. It's like minimal. I think if you're a slicer of the ball, you really need to stick to these 3 drivers or something in this category, where it's actually got built-in offset. I think it makes so much difference. So the Rogue Draw, it's a 2018 model, but adjustable loft, adjustable face, you can set it for a draw, and I think you can still set the lie flatter. So if you do sort of start to minimise your slice, you can sort of set that face a little bit more open. Now the oldest one in today's video is a 2016 Ping G driver, but I couldn't overlook Ping drivers when we're talking about the most forgiving category. It's impossible to do, and especially the SF models as well, which stands for straight flight, because Ping are just like bulletproof drivers where they'll never let you down. You know, you'll not have crack faces, you'll not have weights dropping out. Aftermarket wise, they're very good. Even if your product's out of warranty, they'll try and look after you as much as they can. But the SF driver, I think newer models now are called SFT. Fantastic. You know, I know people that swear by them for, you know, curing a slice, and it is one of the older models, but Ping drivers are so like sought after on that second-hand market. It's like due to demand that they're still fetching good money. And I think if you were to go down that route of getting a G driver, you could almost guarantee, you know, 2, 3, 4 years time, you're probably only going to lose £15-20. It'll still be a sought after. So I think when you're buying Ping equipment, you can always guarantee it's going to hold a good resale value. It is one of the older ones, but it's still, trust me, it will still perform in that category. So I'm going to be buying a driver for our most forgiving set out of this catalogue. You know, I'm confident whatever direction you went down out of these 6 drivers, you're going to get the very best performing for value for money driver in 2025. It took me a long time, sat down shopping through eBay. I've done all the hard work for you. You will not get, trust me, have a go. Get in the comments if you think there's a better value driver for under £150. I don't think you'll find one. And I'm going to be using this list to buy our next driver. I've already started watching some auctions. I've got a good idea of like buy it now prices. Potentially might go down that route of taking that 10% off option. There's a few good ones on Golf Clubs for Cash. But who knows? You'll find out next week when we record next week's video what I bought, It should have arrived by then because I'm going to pull the trigger in the next couple of days. But yeah, looking forward to buying it, getting it out on the course, testing it. We won't be that far off making the most forgiving set of golf clubs. We've got hybrid, we've got irons, we'll have a driver. We're basically going to need a putter, potentially a fairway and a wedge, and we're ready to go. We're ready to challenge some of you guys, challenge some other golf, channels to a match with them. And yeah, that's my focus. My focus is get this most forgiving set built as soon as we can to get out on the course with it. So guys, just before we finish, I'd like to give a shout out to Hyper Creative, who's helped me create this wall art. It's my logo. There's no promotion, there's no special offer. They've not asked me to do anything, but I'm going to tag their website below because I think they're fantastic. And if you need any wall art for your office or anything like this, go and see them. I basically made a design. They could have just sold it me, but they contacted me. They made a few suggestions, so they changed my design, which I took their professional opinion. I weren't going to get it off the wall because I was thinking it'd be too hard to install. I just want something to stick to the wall. But it weren't. It came with a template, which you blue tack to the wall, you drill the holes. And I'm just so glad that the design team stepped in and sort of, recognised they were putting it against a flat wall and what surface they were putting it against and went above and beyond, really. So yeah, can't recommend them enough. I'll put their link in the description below. Guys, hope you enjoyed the series. We'll be back on the course this week. Friday, we've got the handicap tracker challenge where I'm trying to get in the top 10 YouTubers in the UK, get the lowest handicap in the UK amongst the YouTubers. And we're going to be playing with Ollie Whittaker, the pro from, or one of the pros from Tankersley Park Golf, a local club to me. So far in the series, well, I'm not going to spoil it because you might not have seen that series, but we've had a couple of 9-hole vlogs, and we seem to be getting better. So yeah, can't wait for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.